This is Barron's educational series, Japanese on the Go. This program is made up of 21 units. Each unit is built around a communicative function, such as telling time or asking for directions, and 2 or 3 dialogues presenting common daily situations and the language needed to handle them. There are 44 dialogues in all. First, you will listen to each dialogue introduced by a friendly English-speaking narrator, setting the stage for what you're going to hear. After listening to the entire dialogue, you will hear the English meaning of each sentence or part of sentence, followed by the Japanese, and then a pause, allowing you to imitate and learn. Then you will hear the entire dialogue again, and ideally you will understand everything. This will be followed in the first 5 units of the program by an acting out section, where you will be able to take one of the parts in the dialogue, in other words, interact with the people on the tape. In this section, every pause will be followed by a confirmation, so that you will be able to check your performance right away. Finally, your friendly guide will give you a few tips about Japanese language or culture as it relates to the dialogue you've just mastered. Last but not least, this program has been recorded on 2 channels, with the English on the left and the Japanese on the right. So whenever you feel like immersing yourself in the Japanese, you've only to switch to your right speaker. As you can see, Japanese on the Go is an easy-to-use self-teaching program that lets you learn effortlessly by just listening and imitating. All you need is a cassette player and a willingness to learn. So enjoy yourself as you learn Japanese on the go. Unit 1, Greetings and Goodbyes, Dialogue 1A.
On a sunny Tokyo morning, you're strolling through the elegant gardens of the Meiji Shrine. The only sound is the crunch of your shoes on the gravel path. Then, just as you think you have the place all to yourself, you round a corner and see 2 people bow and exchange greetings.
おはようございます。田中さん。
おはようございます。鈴木さん。
お元気ですか？
はい、おかげさまで。鈴木さんは？
はい、おかげさまで。
You'd love to understand what these people are saying to each other and to greet people yourself. If you listen and repeat, you soon can.
Good morning.
おはようございます。
Good morning, Ms. Tanaka.
おはようございます、田中さん。
Good morning, Mr. Suzuki.
おはようございます。鈴木さん。
How have you been?
お元気ですか？
Fine, thank you.
はい、おかげさまで。
And you, Mr. Suzuki?
鈴木さんは？
Fine, thank you.
はい、おかげさまで。
Now, if you listen to that conversation again, you'll understand it perfectly.
おはようございます、田中さん。
おはようございます。鈴木さん。
お元気ですか？
はい、おかげさまで。鈴木さんは？
はい、おかげさまで。
Now, take the part of the woman in this conversation. Don't miss your cue.
おはようございます、田中さん。
おはようございます。鈴木さん。
お元気ですか？
はい、おかげさまで。鈴木さんは？
はい、おかげさまで。
Very good. You should know that
おはようございます。
is used only in the morning. In the afternoon, you greet people with
こんにちは。
in the evening, it's
こんばんは。お元気ですか？
how have you been is used only when you haven't seen the person for some time. And always use
さん。
with other people's names, but not with your own. Now, let's practice.
こんにちは、田中さん。
こんにちは、鈴木さん。
こんばんは、田中さん。
こんばんは、鈴木さん。
Dialogue 1B.
As you are having lunch at a restaurant in that fashionable section of Tokyo called Roppongi, a man enters and greets a friend of his waiting at a table.
こんにちは、本田さん。
こんにちは、伊藤さん。
いいお天気ですね。
ええ、本当に。
Want to try it out yourself? Listen and repeat.
Good afternoon, Mr. Honda.
こんにちは、本田さん。
Good afternoon, Mr. Ito.
こんにちは、伊藤さん。
It's nice weather, isn't it?
いいお天気ですね。
Yes, indeed.
ええ、本当に。
Listen to the conversation again. You should be used to it by now.
こんにちは、本田さん。
こんにちは、伊藤さん。
いいお天気ですね。
ええ、本当に。
Would you like to join this conversation? You can play the part of Mr. Honda.
こんにちは、本田さん。
こんにちは、伊藤さん。
いいお天気ですね。
ええ、本当に。
All on cue. Very good. This conversation sounds quite different from the first one, doesn't it? You probably noticed that they don't say,
お元気ですか？
that's because the two friends have seen each other recently. After the initial good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Japanese typically comment on the weather. And although they're close friends, they do use
さん。
with each other's names.
Dialogue 1C.
Coming out of a kabuki performance one evening, you are surrounded by people who are taking leave of one another.
さようなら。
さようなら。
ではまた。
はい、また。
おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
Now, if you listen and repeat these phrases, you'll know how to respond when people say them to you.
Goodbye.
さようなら。
Goodbye.
さようなら。
Well, see you again.
ではまた。
Yes, see you again.
はい、また。
Good night.
おやすみなさい。
Good night.
おやすみなさい。
Listen to the whole thing again to make sure you've got it.
さようなら。
さようなら。
ではまた。
はい、また。
おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
Now, which part will you take? The men? Okay.
さようなら。
さようなら。
ではまた。
はい、また。
おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
さようなら。
of course, means goodbye,
おやすみなさい。
means good night. And as you learned a bit earlier in the lesson,
こんばんは。
means good evening. Now you can easily greet and say goodbye in Japanese.